2023-2024 ski season was one that was filled with incredible moments and experiences that will live with me forever. And there's 5 runs specifically from that season that stood out to me, whether they were powder runs, steep runs, very challenging runs, or just cool looking runs in general. I figured with the 2025 ski season underway, there's really not a better time than now to talk about some of my favorite experiences from last season, and I figured that to go through my top 5 best runs from the season would be a very good way to sort of psych ourselves up for this season that's coming up. And trust me, I am very excited about it. There's so many things from this last season that I could go over, and I figured that for this video to talk about my favorite runs would be a really good way to kind of summarize the season, because we had all sorts of conditions last season, from hard pack, some very terrible conditions up in Canada for the most part, some great powder skiing. So there's a lot of different things, there's a lot of variety in this video, and I thought it would be a cool video to put together to kind of show that progression throughout the season, some of the best days, some of the worst days, and making the best out of all those days. Now, all these runs are usually from the best days of the season, because typically when the snow conditions are very bad, very icy, you're not finding yourself in terrain that's very like outside of your ability level or really pushing yourself to full potential. So this isn't necessarily a ranking of most difficult runs or the best, deepest snow or any of that. It's not ranked by challenge or anything. It's really just ranked by overall enjoyment and how much the run stuck with me and how much I go back and think about it or rewatch the run. So it's really just more of a which run was the most special to me. So I have a fun list of 5 that I think are pretty special from the season. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And let's begin with it. Kicking off the list is going to be Separate Reality Bowl at Revelstoke in British Columbia. This run's pretty funny because it's not really that long, but I ran into this, like, I want to just call it like a little couloir. It was a very short chute, but it was very steep. The GoPro doesn't really do it justice, but it was a really steep chute that I just really wanted to straight line, and I didn't do the best job of straight lining it, and it was very icy that day. So the conditions were just like not really ideal for that. And it was just a nice little shot that I came across out of nowhere. I was skiing the top section of the bowl, get to the bottom of this like kind of little, I don't want to call it a couloir because it was like just this more narrow part of the bowl. I get to the bottom of it, almost trip on a stick, which was really funny. And I look to my left and I just see this like really cool looking like chute thing. And I was like, I really want to ski this. So this isn't really like, I don't really ski this well. There's not really anything special about it rather than the way it looked. But it stuck with me this season because I just thought like, it was kind of funny how I ran into it. And it was a very special looking chute, if that makes sense.
Good thing about ice is, since I'm used to skiing it, I go faster down it. When I got speed, you go pretty fast on it. So. Whoa. What the fuck is this thing? Dude, that's so scary. Okay. It's clear, right? That was a lot of speed.
Similar to number 5, this is also another very short shot, but this is a clip that got me 20,000 views on Instagram Reels and about 8.5 thousand views on YouTube Shorts. So people like the look of this, and I could see why. It kind of has a cool aesthetic to it. But anyways, this is at Snowbird in Utah. I found this area in the trees. I don't really know what the zone is called, but it is off of the GAD 2 chairlift. It's kind of in the STH zone, but a little lower. I feel like there's two kind of sections to the Gad 2 chairlift. There's a top section of trees, then it gets flat for a little, then it gets steep again. So it's on that second steep portion of the Gad 2 chairlift. Again, there's nothing really that special about this run. I just like the way I skied it. I think it looks really cool, and it got me a ton of views, which I guess people really love the look of this clip. This was my most viewed clip of the entire season. So again, a very short run, but a very cool one nonetheless. All right, number 3. This one I honestly wanted to put as number 1, but I thought about it, and I think it fits where it is right now, and this is D Goalie at Lake Louise in Alberta. This is part of the Alphabet Goalies, actually, on the backside of the mountain. Now, this was probably the most challenging run I've done all season. There's actually a few different runs back there. So there's this whole zone called the Alphabet Goalies, and they go from A to, I'm pretty sure it's H or I, if I'm right about that. And then there's this other zone that's kind of off the Paradise Lift. So this whole day kind of consisted of me skiing this whole backside of the mountain. And this was like that one day out of the season, or like 1 or 2 days. I would say I had like 3 days this season where they were just completely perfect days. One of them was at Brighton. Another one, maybe I would say at Jackson Hole, but maybe the most perfect day of the season was at Lake Louise in Alberta this day, because we ended up we started a day with this like amazing breakfast buffet, which was just, I had the best food ever, which is besides the point. But anyways, we get to the mountain and we're just skiing these zones all day. I skied this really cool chute off of the Paradise Chair, and then we go over to the Alphabet Goalies and we do 3 runs down the C goalie and the D goalie. I did 1 down C and then 2 down D goalie. And I did D twice because I thought it was just such a cool chute and I wanted to do it better. But I'm throwing the first chute on, the first run down D goalie on here, just because I think I skied it the best out of all those clips. But what was so special about this run is it starts out as a really steep bowl. You could feel the incline on it. And then it sort of chokes. And what caught me off guard was the fact that in this choke, it dropped down. There was no gradual transition. It just dropped. And it's hard to see on the camera, but every time somebody would come up to this chute, they would be like, what the hell is this thing? And then some people try to straight line it, they ate shit right away. So I wanted to play it safe. I just side slipped through it. Hopefully when I go back there, I'm a little more sendier in it and I have more confidence going down it. But anyways, I thought it was a really cool kind of moment getting down to that. And I was like, holy shit, this run is actually a lot more challenging than I thought it would be. And then I figured I'd just talk about the rest of the day, but we go over to Lake Louise at the end of the day, and overall it was such a perfect day. And this run could easily be number 1, but there's 2 more after it that I thought were just a little more special. But anyways, yeah, D goalie, Lake Louise, Alberta, and the Alphabet Goalies.
I think I'm gonna do the right one first. Wow, it's pretty steep. Oh. Oh. You're all good. Little mini avalanche. Dude, I got hit with like the biggest snowball. It's pretty gnarly in there, right?
Yeah, I came down, did not know it was a double black dive.
Really narrow spot.
Yourself for the season. Yeah, no, my buddies came down here. I thought it was a blue.
Yeah?
And it's, no, they're like double black.
No, this trail is like pretty gnarly, right?
Yeah, no, I'm going down my ass. I'm not fucking risking anything.
Yeah, I mean, you're down the worst of it.
Holy shit!
Yeah, dude, it just drops right there.
This is wild, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not good enough to be doing this double black dive.
I was going in at a good pace, and then I fell right above that.
Oh, yeah? There's our buddy right there. He's wet the butt the whole way down.
Yeah.
I think he thought this was a blue.
Yeah, he just said, he was like, I thought this was a blue. There's like a straight double black right here.
This is crazy, dude. This is absolutely crazy. Holy shit. Yeah, dude, it was trying to fuck me over right now.
I'm gonna just slide right around here.
Oh, hell yeah. Got her on. Woo!
Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, got heavy. I got really heavy. Ugh. That shit. I don't think I'm doing any of those other goalies. They look really rocky.
Yeah, I know. Okay. I don't know if I can kill myself.
That one to the left looks a lot better though.
Yeah, like over there's way too many rocks.
Yeah.
All right, this run's pretty funny because I actually did like 4 or 5 laps in here. And the only reason I'm choosing this run specifically is because I skied it the best and it's the only run I didn't eat shit on. So I figured that would be a good way to sort of pick between which ones I choose. This is off the Crest Express. I think I'm right about that name, at Brighton Ski Resort. There's this little tree skiing zone that's right off the lift. And what's so special about this is the fact that even though it's right in front of you, like it's very visible from the lift. It's directly under the lift. Nobody went in there. I got fresh tracks in this run the entire day. Like at least like the entirety of the time I was on that lift, which was for a few hours. And I kept looking and I only saw my tracks. I don't know what was going on. This was like such a deep powder day and the snow was just coming down more and more. So I get to the top of this run and I just like the way it kind of flowed. I did this a few years ago, didn't really ski it well. Because I wasn't really as experienced as I was last season. But doing it this year again and like seeing my progression over the years was really cool. And I still could have skied it a lot harder, I feel like, especially when I go back there now. But anyways, I was happy with the way I skied it. And it was just a really fun like zone in the trees, albeit like it was kind of an awkward run out. Once you get to the bottom, it's pretty flat and you have to traverse out of the trees and whatever, but it doesn't matter. I just thought this was so special. There was so much powder and this was for my best day of the season. So I was like, I just thought it was very fitting to throw it in here because of just how much fun I had during this run.
Oh my God.
All right, number 1. This was kind of an easy choice for me, but it was also a little difficult to think about comparing it to the other runs on this list. But I figured that this run was the most impactful to me because not only was it a very surreal experience for me, but I also made a lot of connections and new friends out of this run. But this is at North Bowl in Revelstoke, British Columbia, and what made this run so special was the fact that I met Lucas Catania for the first time. I've been watching him for about 3 years at this point, and I finally got to meet him, and not only him, but Papa Joe and his sister Natalie. So I got to ski with them as a family, and it wasn't just like some quick 5-minute like groomer lap. I did a hike up to North Buell with them, and this whole lap must have taken over 45 minutes. We hiked up there, and then we had the longest descent down, and I thought that was probably the best run that we could have done together, because I got to kind of get to know them a little bit more in person. And then Papa Joe actually gave me a lesson in the middle of the run, because there was so much terrain, like we had that much time to do that. So I thought that was very special. It was very surreal. During the whole run, I was like, I can't believe I'm actually skiing with these guys. It was pretty special. I wouldn't say my skiing on this run was strong at all. Although when Joe gave me that lesson, I did notice some good improvements, which helped me all throughout the rest of the trip. But it was really just the snow. I mean, we had terrible snow conditions the days prior to that. But this day we got some fresh snow, and then this was my first time up in that zone. And it was just like this really cool, like cliffy, sort of like just deep powder, sort of like backcountry-esque type of terrain. And it was just like such a cool sort of outdoorsy experience. Like, that sounds kind of stupid when I say outdoorsy, because all of skiing is outdoors, but this felt like very in nature, out in the wild. So not only was I able to get a ski lesson, but when I posted a picture with Lucas, I got in contact with friends who I'm actually planning on meeting on opening day at Hunter that are from the East Coast, which is like pretty big coincidence. So we're gonna shoot videos together, and I'm very psyched to do that. So I figured, like, out of all the runs this season, this was the one that just had so much more to it. I felt like I got such a big return out of it, and not to mention just an incredible experience meeting one of my favorite YouTubers. So this is North Buell up in Revelstoke, British Columbia.
What, honey?
Can you go up like 2 clicks?
Oh, these guys want to go around?
Well,
What are you saying, honey?
I just wanted you to keep walking.
Oh, you want me to go more forward?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna just squeeze around right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, here's
Wasn't
where
too
you
bad.
Put them on. There's no reason to carry them any further. You can ski out of here easily.
Oh yeah. Not in your way, right?
No, well, you're going to be faster than me. I'm walking. You want to put it in those curves like that, but
In the trees? Yeah, I think we can.
I know we can, so we'll just ski this down.
Yeah, but I think we should go out to the tree line and then go down.
To where?
Like out to the tree line. And we'll do a long lap.
Yeah, I get that. So we're dropping here.
Well, yeah, unless you want to go. Do you want to go all the way
I
out?
think it's we're dropping too much vert for my liking, Vegas.
What do you mean dropping too much
Good,
vert?
it's all the way down. We're going to have some vert left. Make sure you can see where you're going. Go ahead, baby.
Thank you guys for bringing me up here though. It's awesome.
It's all good. It's all good like this. Anywhere here is fine. Just be careful of the viz.
Right. was good.
What was your name?
I'm Mike.
Natalie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Oh, you're gonna put my rock drop in there? Are we gonna hit that rock again?
Yeah. Actually just got a pair of
Free
JJ's
Bears.
down in Jackson Hole.
nice.
Yeah. This year's model.
Nice.
They have like this Panther top sheet on it.
Yeah, that's cool.
I haven't been able to use them yet because we haven't really gone powdered, but can't wait.
Are they mounted?
Yeah,
Nice.
everything's all set.
Nice. So they were
Yeah.
pretty good
It's like
then.
a wee steeper.
I think so, yeah.
And not a
And it's
tighter
a-
shirt.
Be careful following him because you may end up going off a cliff.
Yeah. Probably. This looks okay over here. Probably better bet following Joe, right?
Yeah, a little bit. They're equally as dicey.
Maybe I'll just follow you then.
I think we have to go there. Dad! Oh. I think we definitely got somebody. You and Dad got stuck there before. I think we have to kind of go that way and then. Which way?
Can we ski it?
Are you dropping down?
I mean, from what he just showed us, looks like there's a way down there. Not really.
He said it's so cliffy though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see a little traverse right there.
Yeah, that's where. If you go that way, it's open. It's up. Yeah.
Go this lower chute and drop right still. Those rocks there if I can help you.
There's a way down over here.
What's that?
There's a pretty good way down over here.
Yeah.
It's just a little bare. Oh yeah. Not really too bad. I'm Mike.
Mike. So watch. You know, your hands are back in here. That's your problem, okay? It's realistically the hands are all of the skiing. So like when I come down, I'll go ski down to net. And I want you to watch first.
There's two little nubbies right below it.
That looks all good, Lucas, all below you there.
What do you mean by nubbies? Little tree nubs that are like 8 inches. These two
Stay more up, hands more in front.
Yeah, more in front. I'll show
But if you
you.
go that way, you'll be okay.
I want to see what he's going to do. And then, Michael, so what happens is that the skis are, the hands are doing the work and my feet are behind my body. You going to drop?
Yeah, that. Yeah.
I would maybe scooch forward a little bit now. I might be coming right where you are.
Nice.
All right, Mike, watch now. I'll work this edge here, okay?
Right.
I want you to try to turn around a little bit just so you can see better.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So now I'm going to use my hands. Like my left hand comes around. Now my right hand and my feet come up underneath me. So it's much easier the skis come around.
Yeah.
Yeah, much better. It's how people don't think about it. It's your hands that make your feet come because it unweights the ski. When you're starting to step and your arms are out here, your heels are planted. That's why when you see Lucas and I are now, you know, we're much more getting the heels loose, you know, and then kind of as you're in the powder, you push down, and as they come up, they get light, and that's when you do the knee roll. So it's a synchronized kind of a movement, but it becomes very effortless.
So hard to tell through the videos.
Yeah,
like,
no, it is because it flattens everything out.
Yeah.
When you see this, you're here, you won't believe how. You'll be like, that looks easy. You'll be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Tight to that little knob. Yeah. Yep. Here's where your hands have to be super quick in front, Mike, or you'll never get the turn.
Right. Might do that a little slower. You think I'll catch something if I go too far that way?
You'd probably be alright. It's pretty shallow.
Yeah. Oh,
Nice
awesome
to meet
meeting you.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Dude.
I'll send you those photos.
Okay, will do.
Nice, Mike.
See you guys later.
Later, man.
Speaking of Lucas Catania, I just want to give a big thank you to him for shouting me out in one of his latest videos. I didn't ask him to do that. I thought that was incredible. I was looking at my phone and I saw I gained like 5 subscribers since the video came out. It was about like 15 minutes after the video came out. I was like, oh, that's kind of a coincidence. And because it was called Ski YouTubers You Should Be Watching. And then I saw the list the numbers start to go up, and I watched the video and I was just like, kind of blown away. So it was really cool, and I'm really grateful for everybody that stopped by and subscribed. I got about 70 new subscribers from that video, so that was definitely a major help. I was not expecting that. I really appreciate that, and to all you new subscribers that came around. I have a lot of cool stuff on the way. Opening day is soon on the East Coast, and we're gonna have a lot of out West stuff this season, so hope you guys are psyched. I'm very grateful to have you guys around. We're in for a big journey together. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Peace out. Later, guys.